here with Shawnee State women's basketball head coach DeWayne Burroughs. Coach, I'll start, just first of all, 5 straight wins, won by double digits in each of the 5 games. Know there's some things to work on that you would like to fix, but have to be pleased with, wins are wins.
And we're definitely pleased. I like the position that we're in. I like my team where we are at this point. I like the mental side of it is very important, and they're in a good place. And we go hard at each other in practice, but we're always encouraging each other and trying to get better each and every day. They know that those 5 wins are gone, so we have to continue and be prepared for our next win.
Quarter of the way through the season, and now you got a road test against Cincinnati-Clermont. What have you seen on film from them that they bring to the table as you play them in about 24 hours?
He does a great job up there with the team and the kids that he gets in there. They're going to be ready. They're going to play hard. We just got to. We talked about this morning. We got to match. They're going to come out and play hard with a lot of intensity. We have to match their intensity and take our intensity to another level. A lot of times I have to get them to understand that it's really not about what the other teams are going to do. It's about how we're going to play. And we need to play at the standard that we have set here at Shawnee State for our women's basketball program. I think once we play at that level and then that standard, I think it's going to be tough for a lot of teams to beat us.
You mentioned the standard of Shawnee State women's basketball here and crunching the numbers today. The program is #1 of all Ohio women's college basketball programs in winning percentage. 877 wins to 259 losses, and that amounts to a little bit above a 77% winning mark. I mean, that's incredible for a program that's around less than 4 decades to have that kind of those kind of numbers.
Yeah, it's extremely impressive. And when I took over the position here, one of my goals was to get back to that standard, get back to the standard of Shawnee State being a winning program. And I just think that, after my first 2 years, going into my 3rd season, starting out 5-1 is huge. I just think the group that we had last year that finished out the year, the second half of the year, did a fantastic job of building that foundation. And this group that came in now, we're just trying to continue on the success that group that had the second half of the year last year. When you had Monet Holland, you had Cam Ells, and you had Tanaja Murphy, who did a fantastic job for us last year with building that foundation. We've got Markella Holland back, Jada Johnson is back, she's out hurt right now, and Tiara Johnson. Those are key components that we need to be successful. So they are part of that foundation, and I just think the newcomers that's coming on board have done a fantastic job of saying, okay, this is a winning tradition here. As soon as I bring someone in the gym, first thing I do is show them the band of Robin Hagen-Smith up on the wash of all the wins that she's received, and all the national championship bands, the national championship band and conference wins that we have here. So we are trying to continue back on it. We're trying to get back on that path. I think at the 5-1 start, we have a pretty good start so far.
A good blend of experience on this team as well as youth, and they've again meshed so well together. And freshmen really played a little bit older than their ages indicate a lot of times on the floor this year. So have to be pleased with not only the leadership, the girls that have come in, as we talked about before, but also the freshmen for taking on the larger roles, such as Jariah starting, and then Lexi and May Lynn and others that have come off of the bench, Amaya with the 18-point game last game. Some big efforts there.
It's huge. Our freshmen are playing a huge and vital part for us right now. Our upperclassmen are the key, though. The upperclassmen are their leadership ability. The 3 kids from Michigan, 4 kids from Michigan, Markella. Then you have Boogie, you have Shy and Nay. They are key components because they are experienced players. They know what it's like to win. They know what it's like to be on a national championship level. And just having them here, like today in practice, we were encouraging everyone. You got to run the floor. You got to box out. You got to do this. So a lot of times I don't have to coach because they're coaching themselves and they get it. So having that mixture was huge. That was a big part of what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring in a bunch of freshmen because we had to have a foundation with the freshman class that's going to be here for 4 years. So having that mixture, and like you said, our freshman class, they're playing outstanding right now. You have Jariah that's starting. You have Maya that's coming off the bench knocking down shots. Emily's knocking down shots. They're all playing key components of what we have going on. And I appreciate everything that they're doing. They work hard too. They work extremely hard because the upperclassmen push them. But it's not, they'll get in, this group will get in the gym and have their own practice without me even being around. So they get it. They get it. And I tell people all the time, this group is different. They're different, and they really understand what our mission was set out to be from the beginning of the year.
One of those people that you mentioned that has really accepted a role, and a person that kind of flies under the radar is Tiara Johnson. I think she's done a fantastic job of, coming off a bench and accepting that role and seeing that she can help the team in her own role, and has really done a great job just, again, with just flying under the radar as more of a humility type role in her way of helping the team.
It really is, because Tiara, and I tell this all the time, she's really going to be a great coach. Hopefully when she's done playing, she'll stay here and coach with me. I think she has all the intricacies of showing that she has all the skill set. She can shoot the ball, she can handle the ball, and she doesn't have a problem with sharing it with her teammates. She's always encouraging her teammates and working with her teammates to get better. That's why I tell her, once your basketball playing career is over, you still have a career as a coach. And she's a great individual, and I think she's going to be a great coach. But she's coming off the bench as well and making the right pass, being in the right spots on the defensive end of the floor, knocking down shots when she needs to. So that, again, that's the leadership that we needed coming off the bench for her.
Gil, following up with all of that, you have a top 25 scoring offense right now, and as you head into the meat of your schedule, what do you hope to continue as you've built upon this program and kind of seeing it formulate in the ways that you saw it becoming when you took over?
We got to score the basketball. We got to score the basketball, but more importantly than scoring, we got to play defense. One of the things that we emphasize, and they know this, is if we can score 80, we need to make sure we hold the other team to 60. I just think in women's basketball, if you can hold someone below 60 points, you have a great chance of winning the game. So I just think that we really have to get after it on the defensive end. We've been working on defense all week, been working on boxing out, getting the ball out in transition. Transition is huge for us. If we can get a missed shot and get out in transition and score the ball before the other team get an opportunity to set up their defense, then we're in a good position. So those are some of the main points that we got to work on. Definitely defense, got to continue to score the basketball and shoot it well. The one game that we lost against the Aquinas, we shot 9%, I think it was, from the three-point line. You're not going to win shooting in college basketball, right, shooting like that. So I think it was 9% from the three-point line, maybe 24% from the field. We missed a whole ton of layups, so we have to continue to make sure that we're focusing on the little things. Layup, you shouldn't miss a layup. Free throws, we shouldn't miss free throws. And we did in that game, but we capitalized on it. We figured it out. In the last 5 games, you see we've been playing extremely well on the offensive and defensive ends of the floor. So we just got to do a little bit, tuning up some things on the defensive end, and we'll go from there.